So here we have the top 5 worst humans on Earth. Starting at number 5, we have
Tekashi 69.
Fuck. First got popular from his fondling a minor court case in 2015 where he uploaded a horrible music video of him and his homie doing strange things to a 13-year-old girl, including choke slamming her and grabbing a handful of young buns. Then he went on to start his own clothing line with shirts titled HIV, Ho, Pussy, and STDs. Then he successfully infiltrated the hip-hop culture, pushing pure nonsense and degeneracy. Then he ran with one of the oldest blood gangs in New York history. And when it all backfired, he told on all of his friends to save himself. Disgusting human being. Number 4.
Megan Thee Stallion.
She first came into the game naming herself after a male horse that hasn't gotten his balls cut off yet. If you don't believe me, here's the definition of stallion. A stallion is an adult male horse that has not been castrated or neutered. Stallions are typically used for breeding because they are capable of reproducing, and they often display more aggressive or dominant behavior compared to castrated male horses. I've seen some scorned women do a lot of crazy things, but getting an innocent man locked up for 10 years because he cheated on you is crazy work. Then you were in 5 relationships after the one you sent to prison for a decade with no remorse, pushing pure brain rot and degeneracy to the young youth, especially young ladies, through your music and imagery. Terrible human being. Number 3.
Adam 22.
This scumbag successfully infiltrated the hip-hop culture in 2015 and since then has pushed nothing but chaos, confusion, and degeneracy to the young impressionable minds. He helped orchestrate some of the government's most top-level gang investigations, including Roland, Inglewood, Gangster, and countless others, helping many members get indicted on federal RICO charges. He then went on to pay and watch other grown men obliterate his wife's vagina on camera as he filmed it himself. They also thought it would be a good idea to take a picture on Halloween showing their infant daughter sucking his wife's contaminated titties for pedophiles and perverts to see online forever. Horrible, horrible human being. Number 2. Originally got famous in 1991 for orchestrating and contributing to the deaths of 9 teenagers, known as the City College Stampede. After this extremely tragic and sad event, he became possessed by one of the most relentless zest demons hell has to offer. He then went on to sign, corrupt, and rob many other music artists like Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, Shine, and the notorious B.I.G. Somewhere along this path of destruction, he developed the short man's complex and couldn't see anybody being bigger than him, so he set up Tupac and Biggie to be assassinated. Then he released one of the fakest songs of all time called I'll Be Missing You. He continued this sick behavior by hiring male strippers and escorts to have sex with his girlfriends so they can all ejaculate on his and her chest and then lick it off. Not to mention drugging men and women to then piss on them and record them doing degenerate acts on minors, women, and other men for the purpose of getting them compromised and to use as blackmail, including giving rapper Meek Mill some of the most vicious backshots any zest demon has ever provided to a living soul. Despicable human being. And number 1, last but very least,
Jeffrey Edward Epstein.
Born January 20th, 1953 and still alive today. Since birth, his number 1 goal was to collect the infinity stones of all freaky monsters, zest demons, and booty hole goblins across the universe, eating babies, raping women, and destroying men's assholes UFOs worldwide. But that wasn't enough. One of his main goals was to collect everyone's DNA and create a subhuman race that was a cross between animal, male, and female. Unfortunately, that plan was successful, but that still wasn't enough. He wanted his name and bloodline to live forever, so he snapped his fingers and activated all the Infinity Stones he collected from freaky monsters, zest demons, and booty hole goblins, and created the biggest pandemic in human history, all for the purpose of injecting everyone on Earth with his DNA, and called it the COVID-19 vaccine. This man is Lucifer himself.